Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut, and we're here on Real Estate Jerky Daily. Mike is still, I think he's at a Remax conference. I could have swore. I haven't seen any posting. I haven't really followed him on that, but I'd seen somebody else post some stuff at Remax. So I assume that's where he is in Vegas, is he's at a Remax, talking about how great they are and how much they've done and getting all those awards. All right. So from what I understand, I think he'd be back on Friday. Worst case, I know for a fact he'll be back Monday. All right. Today, news that came out today. What was our biggest news today that's supposed to be coming out today? Today is mortgage applications. That's it. That's all it's supposed to be coming out today. So the Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for the week ending last week, and it showed an overall application volume decreased by 0.7%. I can see that. Application to purchase homes were down 0.2% and 16% year over year. Refinances decreased by 2% and were down 9% lower compared to 1 year ago. There was hardly anything going on a year ago. So to be down, that means they're really down. All right, so that's just what came out yesterday. We talked about Case-Shiller and the Federal Housing Finance Agency Index, and they both came in. I'm going to look at year over year. The Case-Shiller was at 5.6% read, and no, I'm sorry, reported 6% gain in January, year over year, and the Federal Housing Finance Agency is 6.3% year over year, and that only looks at single family homes of conforming loan amounts. But one of the things I want to talk about is everybody keeps talking about this commission issue. I don't care about the commission issue. I don't mean that wrong. It's still going to take a while to get out. But the biggest problem I see right now is for VA loans. If this gets to a point where the buyer has to pay for for the commission for the buyer's agent, VA does not allow that at all. And so that's a problem. So you will have to get some type of incentive from the seller, not commissions, I'm sorry, closing cost incentive. You can pay for it through closing costs, but you can't pay for it through the loan. Agent can't. I got to go back to bed today. Anyway, let's try this one more time. The VA buyer cannot pay the commission for the buyer's agent at all. It would have to come out of closing cost numbers. And they're trying to work on it right now to get some changes made, but that's going to take a while. And other than that, I mean, the VA loan is the best loan out there just because it's easy to qualify. There is really no DTI. It goes off of reserves that's left over after a certain dollar amount. And, that's important. All right. What do we have? What else did I go over this week that's important? PCE is coming out Friday. That's personal consumption expenditures. Fed's wanting it to be at 2%, which is going to be very difficult. So if it comes in any higher, it's really going to mess with the market. We're up 4 basis points today. The 10 years at 4.20, started the day at 4.23. What does that mean? Not a damn thing, because it's going to take a lot longer for things to change. So let's get into something else. I talked about the VA, talked about that. All right, let's get into State Farm. If you have a State Farm policy, they're only going to renew 70,000. They will not renew 70,000 property policies in California. Most of them 42,000 of them are multifamily apartment units, and the other 30,000 are single family owner occupied and rental property. So you just have to start shopping for somewhere else. It's getting harder and harder to get insurance in California, just like it is in some other places. All right, let's get into, I didn't talk about this week, was the inventory nationwide. The inventory nationwide. So if you look at the numbers ending last week, there's 513,000 single family homes on the market. That's 1.1% more than last week, and 24%, I should say the week before that, because this is last week's number, and 24% more than a year ago. One would say inventory is rising, but our normal numbers are around 900 to a million. So even though that's saying that, we really don't have that much inventory nationwide and or here locally. There's a little bit more, but not enough. And there's still pent up demand. People still want to buy homes. We see it. I see it with my buyers who are looking for properties, and they're having difficulties getting in because a lot of people are looking for the same price homes. And we talk about the overall value that most of these people are looking at, and the median price point has been coming down because the payment on 400,000 is $3,500. That's a lot of money for the average person buying that home. You got to make, $100,000 to do that. Unless you're a VA, then you can get away with about 75,000 because of the, again, what we can do with the numbers. And a lot of people that I deal with, we can gross up uh, their disability. Sorry, it's one of those days. Question. And so back to the inventory. There's not a lot of new listings. There's not a lot of new pending. We'll get those numbers from Mike on Friday, but we're going to see that overall, we're just not in a place where we're going to see values come, keep coming down. They're thinking the bubble. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday and he's like, what should I do? Should I wait until rates come down or should I buy now? And I'm like, well, and I did the analogy, of course, what we've done before, which is the Tour de France that, 6 months ago to 3 to 6 months ago, you had that one person that was out in front trying to win that stage. Now we actually have about 3 to 4 people looking for these homes right now. So you have that other group of the Tour de France trying to catch that first stage rider. And then once we go down 1%, you're going to have that huge peloton catching those people. That's the same. We still see that. We still see it's going to go that way. So my statement to him is we've been saying all year and into last year, please don't wait. Get into contract now. I know a lot of people can't do it. That's okay. Do what you can, but if you can afford it and you can get in, you're going to be better off right now. In times of like this, there's always opportunity. The problem is not everybody can take advantage of that opportunity. Right now, the opportunity is you can get the house for this certain price, but you can, then you later can refinance. And I know a lot of people date the rate and marry the price. Yes, that whatever that stupid statement is, it still holds true today. You still need to go get that home and then eventually refinance it because that's what you're going to be able to do. And if it's a VA loan, which I do a ton of those refinances, you don't even have to job when you do those refinances. It's not like FHA and conventional where you have to show that you can qualify again to do a refinance. VA is not that way. So that's the best program for that. You can take advantage of the rates each time they go down without even having to put in on their income. It's a great thing, I tell you. All right, talked about the State Farm, how they're not going to renew policies. There was a article about Loan Depot finally settling a appraisal bias lawsuit. My only statement with that is they said that one appraisal was done for these people and they'd stated what their nationality is and it came in lower. And then they did it again without saying what it is and it came in higher 3 months later. Well, 3 months later, some other stuff could have sold to show the difference. You'd have to show that they had the same houses that they picked each time and why they didn't pick it. So I don't know if there's such a bias, and I'm not going to get into the whole thing about it, but I would just appraisal is a opinion of value. That means the person doing is the opinion. So unless it was the same appraiser doing it both times, then you potentially could see the bias, but I don't see it myself. Unfortunately for Mike Lindell, my pillow is having some trouble. You know, here's the problem. I guess when you get behind something you really care about and you put it out there, some people just don't like you, and it comes back to bites you. So be careful, and that's pretty sad. You should be able to say what you feel and do what you do, and still be able to make money in this world. But sometimes people are just a little different. He lost out on a lot of things after he came out, supporting his story, going from a crack addict to a businessman doing really well. And then he came out with a lot of conspiracy theories and stuff like that people are like, I don't really care about how you feel. As long as you do well in business, you should be left alone. And if you haven't, don't take advantage of people. All right. That's pretty much all I have for today. I know I drug it out a little bit, but right now all we're seeing is rates are they've been averaging just steady going like this all week. So and it's going to be here for a while. I don't see that they're going to drop rates anytime soon. If they don't do it by June, they're not going to do it until after the election. That's just my opinion, because they don't want to look like they're helping out the sitting president, because that would be political and that's wrong for them. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I appreciate you all being here. Reach out. Don't forget, we have Operation Firewalk that's coming. That is for veterans and first responders to inspire and help support you. That's coming. Go to operationfirewalk.com. Let veterans know we have it. This is through our Rotary. I'm help putting it on. Again, operationfirewalk.com. Help just get the word out. Let people know. It's important to help vets and first responders, and because they're having issues. 22 veterans are still committing suicide a day and one active duty member. So this is my push to help out and get help to them. So please get the word out for me. I appreciate you all, and thank you for being here. If you have any questions or have any, anything that you want us to cover, just reach out to us. You can reach out to me at ed@edparco.com, and make it a great day. And thanks for being here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.